I'm chuffed a bit for you. That is magnificent.
Here we go, crossing the start line at Eastleigh 10k. This is it.
7 years had led to this point. For a long time now, I've had a desire to run back under 40 minutes for a 10k. If you watch the Jog On videos, you'll know that running a 5k in under 20 minutes is often a big focus. There is something incredibly appealing yet scary about the challenge of running two sub-20s back to back. Prior to the 10k featured in this video, my most recent attempt had been in Southampton 6 months before, where things had not gone well. I had struggled to hold the pace, everything hurt from 6 kilometers on, and I crossed the line in 41 minutes and 41 seconds. After this, I knew I'd have to make some serious changes if I was ever to break back under 40 minutes. To set the scene, let me take you back a few years. In 2015, at the age of 23, my running was improving significantly and I set a 10k personal best of 37 minutes and 49 seconds. Little did I know that would be the last time I'd see a sub 40 for the next 7 years. Shortly after starting to create the Jog On videos, I was set back by an accident that broke the big toe on my left foot. Weight gain and a slow recovery followed. The next time I was back at a parkrun 4 months later, a previous 19-minute 5k had fallen back to 22 minutes. But over time, I chipped away at the weight and very slowly the fitness began to return. Then, finally, in a 5k time trial, I ran back under 20 minutes, then made it official in a race and even dipped back into the 18s on a sunny day in a London park. With the 5k fitness reinstalled, the focus turned back to the looming 10k distance, which I knew it was time to tackle head on. Multiple attempts saw a 41:01, 40:49, but then at Southampton, I slipped back to 41:41. I also ran a 46:52 on Halloween, but I was dressed as a pumpkin. After Southampton, I began to get more serious and consistent with training, and whilst the weight did not move as much as it needed to, I was down to 89 kilograms from a previous weight of over 96. This journey led me to the start line of a race in southern England, the Eastleigh 10k. Here I felt that I might have the best shot yet of achieving the dream of scraping back under 40 minutes. It would turn out to be a very memorable day. I'm Harry Morgan, and you're watching Jog On.
Hello, Harry here.
So this is it, Eastleigh 10k. Random toilet sign here, not quite sure which toilets it's referring to because behind the sign, I can't see any toilets, so I don't know if that just means use the field. The goal for today is to try to get as close as possible to that 40-minute mark, and dare we dream it, if we can even break 40 minutes, that would be absolutely wonderful. Eastleigh 10k, here we go.
Just started a bit of a rushed warm-up, only 20 minutes to go till the start. You can see the finish line coming down here, in through that black arch, where victory awaits. Just doing laps of a field at the moment. Get the legs warm, start to loosen up. Trousers are off.
And I laced up the shoes. Runners were beginning to move to the start line. With my sunglasses on, I went to join the throng. A quick glance at the first line suggested this race attracted a high caliber of runner. I took my place in the centre, some rows back from the red arch of the start. As one man adjusted his neck, I spotted the infamous Jog On Jim. But just as I acknowledged him, the horn went and we were off.
Here we go, crossing the start line at Eastleigh 10k. This is it.
As we poured out from under the arch and down the road, the weather was crystal clear and blue skies. Could these conditions set the stage for finally breaking the double sub 20? It was an exciting thought, but there was work to do.
Gil! What's up, man?
Leaving Gil, I glided past a woman who had decided to bring the duvet of her bed with her and gave an update.
Yeah, okay, 700 metres in.
Further back, more Eastleigh 10k men and women flowed over the start line to begin their run. The watch ticked over as we came upon the 1k sign.
1 kilometre just gone, 3:52, a little bit sharp.
I would need to pull back just a touch on the pace to stay within myself this early on. This long kilometre straight was about to end.
This is the right turn up Shakespeare Road.
As we turned into Shakespeare Road, the final competitor had just left the start to the sound of applause from those watching.
Hello, Jamie, I saw you there. I'm probably running too quickly. Move on. Mission Spitfire Jamie there, as seen at Southampton 10k. There you go.
Running speed readjusted, we went through 2 kilometres in a great target pace.
Yeah, 3:58.
Having made the welcome choice of shorts in this warm weather, it was surprising to see a man alongside me in trousers.
3 kilometre mark just coming up. It's quietened down now, crowds have receded.
Right on cue, the watch beeped 3k in
4:01.
With a runner having stopped by the curb, this 10k had claimed its first victim. The flatness was about to change. As we moved through
3.4 kilometres, we hit the only real major incline of the whole of the Eastleigh 10k route.
a long incline, this stretch of road was all about trying to maintain some sort of race pace.
It's been hard on the legs and the lungs.
But off camera, I had just witnessed quite a sight mid-race.
The gentleman just had to pull out and he tore his number off his chest in a fit of anger. Obviously something hadn't quite gone right for him.
Finally, we reached the top of this slope and took the first exit at the roundabout. Unbeknownst to me at the time, I was about to meet the man in front, Dressed all in black save for a blue headband, he looked like a very fit tennis player who changed sports last minute. The watch beeped and I was able to see what time damage the hill had done.
That was always going to be one of the slower ones, 4 minutes and 10 seconds.
The road began to fall away in front of us and we tried to make the most of it. Incredibly, Trouser Man made a comeback with what must have been dangerously hot legs by now. I ended up in conversation with the speedy tennis player, whose name it turned out was Caelan.
Coming past Daffodils, just trying to make the most of this long downhill. We're looking okay for pace, but it's all about that 6 to 7k mark. Can you hang on in there and push through the pain?
I was interested to see the time at 5k. To achieve the big goal, it really needed to be a sub 20.
So approaching that all-important 5k parkrun mark, 19:51 there. So we're just inside the pace. I'm running just off the shoulder of Caelan, who's looking at just dip inside that 40-minute mark as well. He may be feeling strong and pull away from me, but hopefully at least one of us, if not both of us, might be able to hit that golden mark. Back into the bridge now past Shakespeare Road. Whew, we are over halfway.
With Caelan and a man from the superbly named Stonehenge Striders leading me into the second half, the atmosphere was quiet, with just the sound of trainers tapping on tarmac.
22 minutes in, a bit of an arse, ran a sub 25k and then let's just, run another sub 20. This is going to hurt a bit, but we're going to try.
In a beautiful moment, I ran past an incredible couple, Paul and Heather, whom once let me live with them when I didn't have a place to stay whilst I was working on JOG ON in the early days. But that's a story for another time. Caelan and I were discussing our running stories as we approached 6 kilometres of 10.
Hey man, feeling alright.
From speaking with him, it was clear he too was determined to break 40 minutes.
That's a 6k mark. That was a 3:49, lovely. Caelan's dragging me round.
I grabbed some water and tried to cool myself down.
That was chilly. Half the skill in running races is just drinking water on the move. It's approaching 7 kilometres. Caelan's still looking strong. It's 3:55, 3k to go. Just a little bit of headwind, working at 28:41 on the watch, but hopefully that'll be a win behind us very shortly.
A 3:49 and 3:55 were extremely positive from a pacing perspective. Caelan was holding on well, and I was staggered at how strong my legs felt as we dipped again inside the magic mark of a 4-minute K.
3:59 there, just trying not to blow up. 8 kilometres past. I can see JOG ON Gym, absolutely glorious conditions, 8.23 kilometres.
But then, at 8.5k, disaster. Something was wrong with Caelan's leg. He told me that his calf had gone. Pain was etched on his face as he began to drop off the pace. Like something out of a movie, he told me to go on without him. If nothing else, I'd go for this time on Caelan's behalf. And I began to motor forwards, taking places as I went, even catching up with JOG ON Jim.
Hello Jim, you're looking good. That is 9 kilometres. That's a 3:43. Blimey. Dare I say another kilometre to go, but sub 40 we could be on for it. First time in 7 years.
We had just 1k to go.
36:17 on the watch. Hi, Roddy.
Well, hey, race that clock, come on.
Half a kilometre to go. 500 metres, chasing that sub 40. Come on, too much hard work not to do this now.
This final path seemed so long, but I knew it would lead us to that finish line.
Here we go.
All of the previous 9 kilometres of effort seemed to concentrate into this final 1,000 metres, and my legs and lungs burnt with the effort. And then, incredibly, out of nowhere, Caelan made a superb comeback and passed me as if he were heading for Wimbledon itself. So much had led to this point. 7 years since that last sub 40, it was now or never.
Yes!
I fist bumped runners
Brilliant run, well done, mate.
Am
You do it? Oh, yeah. Woo! Dude.
and hugged Caelan.
That was great. How did you recover from the calf? That must have hurt. Oh, that hurt. Hello. Yeah. I think I could have done with having a bit more water before. All I had was a coffee and half a banana. There's Paddy. It's always tradition, I fist bump you at the end of a video. There's no blood. No blood. Amazing, Paddy.
Greeting others at the finish area, I grabbed food.
Oh my word, they have so many Jaffa cakes and bananas. Cake as well.
Well done, Harry. I'm loving the book.
Cheers, man. How did you make a comeback?
I was really in trouble, mate.
Caelan and I took a photo together.
2, 1.
Checking the watch to be sure that I hadn't imagined it, I spotted the legendary Ian Callaghan, a long-time supporter of JOG ON. We caught up about the race, and I made a phone call.
You know I was trying to break 40 minutes for the first time since 2015. I ran 39:13.
Wow! You smashed it!
Eastleigh 10k, absolutely delighted to finally break under 40 minutes for the first time since 2015. I can't believe it. All that hard work and training has paid off. It was almost emotional as I crossed the line to see that time. It was texted to me almost instantly. As soon as I finished, they were instantly like, there's your time. 39 minutes and 13 seconds. Wonderful. So happy with that. When I hit that 5k mark, the halfway point, and saw that I was under 20 minutes, I thought, this is achievable, but it's going to be hard. Wonderful experience, incredible weather, and brilliant race. I'm Harry Morgan. That was Eastleigh 10k, and this is JOG ON. had this amazing moment. So Jog On Joe, as you know from videos, was filming with me today. I was literally saying to Joe, we're wrapping up, about to film the outro. I said, the only thing about today is I haven't seen a jog on top. Wouldn't that have been great? I say that, and at that moment, Ian Callaghan, the guy who does the impressions of me in the beard, in a jog on top, walks out. It was like something out of a film. He just emerges from the crowd. 2015, that was the last time I ran sub 40, Dad. That's how long it's taken. It's been 7 years.
Harry, I am chuffed a bit for you. That is magnificent.